What's up, y'all? Another segment from Digital Life. You might hear some Moana in the background. I'm a father, family man, so I got to get away some time to make these videos. Uh, and also, you might hear or see, sorry, some mess in the background. I don't care. I'm just here to give you information. So hopefully you appreciate it and tolerate it. Understand? Let's move forward. What's up, y'all? I wanted to start this segment with some more information about Bitcoin, some interesting information like a story. Um, Actually, around 2010, as you can see with this article I brought up here, there was a developer that actually bought two large pizzas using 10,000 units of Bitcoin. No one knew what it was back then, but it's very popular today, or at least is breaking the surface in many ways today, right? Um, Basically, uh, those that $10,000 or units he used of Bitcoin back then were worth about $40. Um, Today, as you can see, 10,000 Bitcoins add up to about $20.5 million. This is actually not long ago. We're talking about 2009. You understand? Uh, that is huge. And I'm sorry, actually 2010. 2009 is what I've read is the actual original date it was created. 2010 is when it debuted for the first purchase with these two pizzas. Um, that's not mind blowing. I don't know what it is, but they still use the reference today. As you can see, here's a tweet. The Bitcoin pizza, the Bitcoin pizza is worth 20 million. I'm sorry, $509,958 today. Today is Bitcoin Pizza Day, right? And the reason I just want to advise you of that is just show you the massive growth behind Bitcoin. So, with that being said, let's move along to the next piece of information. So, I just wanted to also show you a graph here. This is showing roughly around the time that it actually started or at least hit the market, right? So we got 2010 here, July 19, 2010. It was worth around 6 cents on a dollar. Moving right along, you can see steady growth. But around this time, it's volatile. It's just going up and down, and people are using it, but on a lower scale. Well, you start seeing it pick up a little bit right around in the 2013 area, right? Okay. So 2013, it had like its peak right around November. It looks like it was around $980. Moving forward, it took another dive. So it might have been some insecurities in the community. There were some other things going on as well that caused it to depreciate. But lo and behold, as time went on, you got 2016 here, and boom, 2017, massive growth. Now you got just shy of 200 and change shy of $5,000. And as you can see here, it is almost at $4,400 today. So considering you bought those two pizzas back in the day for how much was it? I believe it was 10,000 coins or units. Just sit there and think about if you were affiliated with some of those profits. Understand? So going forward, you have a lot of forecasts for it. It's supposed to be taking on more value. So, if you buy some now, you can still participate. No one can tell you if you're going to see the massive growth that originally took place. And that's okay. That's not what it's all about. What it's about is this getting more education and profiting on these big opportunities. The value behind Bitcoin really comes from the demand at this time. You have a lot of people speculating the future standard of currency with Bitcoin. As we know, like for example, let's take U.S. dollar. It's a dinosaur. It's aging. Um, if you look back in decades of time, it depreciates. Of course, it's based on a debt system with checks and balances, but for the most part, it depreciates over time. And it's going to come a time where something revolutionary is going to have to take its place. So there's a lot of speculation behind that. Some people believe that it's going to be Bitcoin or something associated with the platform that Bitcoin uses to move, which is blockchain. Regardless, you just want to participate. So you can actually be a part of that grassroots campaign, if you will, because it's still in its infancy stage. And the best way I can compare it is there's one point in time when Wall Street in New York was brand new, and the way they transacted or submitted transactions was hand to hand on the street. There was no building or all these policies and regulatory restrictions that you have now. You understand? So there's a point in time when that first started. And as you can tell, it gained great momentum today. Look at the stock market today. It's massive. This is a revolutionary currency that is also birthing other opportunities associated with the cryptocurrency universe. You would have to do some research on what else is out there. I'm not going to be here to promote and advise you what to invest in. I'm going to give you insight and information, and you have to make your own decision. It's not a licensed. It's not a licensed universe, so I can't sit here. I don't want to be held liable. If you take a loss, I don't want to sit here and be liable for it. I just want to guide you with information so you can make sound decisions. Understand? So, like from the other video that I gave you the other day, I advise you to try to get involved with Coinbase. Coinbase is a good starting point. I personally started there, and I learned other things along the way as far as like where I can keep my money and what's beneficial for me as far as what my objectives are and my goals for financial freedom. Like I said, Coinbase, go ahead and get registered there. You can buy some Bitcoin. You probably saw some growth already if you bought some the other day from when I advised you to go ahead and just play around with the site. If you purchase some, of course. So besides that, then you have something in the background. If you're registered with Coinbase, it's a little bit more advanced, but there's a site called GDAX. And you already have an account on the background with GDAX, which is pretty cool. So you don't have to re-register. It keeps all your information that you store on Coinbase, and it's very secure. The difference is that GDAX does not have as many fees as Coinbase. I think Coinbase is a little bit more user-friendly. That's probably why they charge you a little bit more. I don't understand. I don't know why they do that. But if you want to go ahead and get familiar with GDAX, nothing wrong with that. I use it personally now. Then I heard some speculation about Gemini. I've heard that exchange is pretty solid and people prefer that. So it's really up to you. I haven't used Gemini, so I can't really give you any insight in regards. The whole premise, of course, for getting affiliated with one of these sites is to take your US dollars, make your purchase with the cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and then either you can watch it grow as you study. Just study the movements, because you will see different movements in the market. And then when you make get some solid information under your wings, you can sprout out and do other things. What we'll do right now is just take a look for the example for the account section. I kind of touched on this before, but these are the sections where you're going to get your addresses, which are like your account numbers. If I want to send my Bitcoin somewhere, I can actually take this address, right? I'm not going to show it for too long, but there you go. Take that address, and I can actually withdraw funds from it and send it to another address, such as an exchange, for example. You're only limited to 3 in Coinbase as far as what you can purchase: Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. You have other exchanges out there worldwide, and you have a multitude of different currencies now. Yes, Bitcoin birthed other currencies and other tech startups that are considered part of the crypto universe. Don't want to give you too much information. You do have to study a little bit to see what's out there and see what you're satisfied with, what you want to be affiliated with, and your tolerance when it comes to investments. I am going to give you some more information on my next episode to advise what I am now doing and how I make passive income on a daily basis. Again, I'm not going to sit here and tell you to do it. I'm going to give you the information, and if you have questions, you know where to come. That's where I would like to leave it. But it's a very exciting journey for me. Every day there's some kind of profits from this engine or this platform I've participated in. So I'm going to give you more insight of that. But first, in order for you to do anything, you do have to break the ice, at least purchase Bitcoin. Bitcoin is accepted anywhere within the cryptocurrency universe. I haven't come by one yet that said no Bitcoin. If it says no Bitcoin, that's suspect anyway. So don't even deal with it. But I just want to give you that main coverage. Hopefully you got your Coinbase set up. Hopefully you did a little homework. Type in Google, go to cryptocurrencies. Now is the time to see what else is available out there, because you have little babies that started out like Bitcoin that will see massive growth. So you have a lot of people that say, oh, I waited too long. I wish I jumped on the ship earlier. There's so much opportunities out there for you to take advantage of and build great wealth. On another note, just some information I want to give you on how this is such a great opportunity. Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies are decentralized. So what that means is centralized banks do not have any authority when it comes to what you do with your money. No regulatory strength, no policies that impact how you exchange your Bitcoin or your cryptocurrencies. With that being said, you are your own bank, right? So when you obtain these addresses, you're going to be creating your own highways to transact it. To transact your currency from point A to point B. You are your own administrator. The power is back in the hands of the people in the cryptocurrency universe. And that's why it is revolutionary. Um, as you know, the banking world, centralized banks have great influence over everything in the economy. This is going to be uh, a very interesting future as it gets greater with momentum. But that is what it is in a nutshell. Uh, if you'll see more places that are now going to be affiliated with it, you're going to see Bitcoin loans. You're going to see people can buy homes with Bitcoin now. So many different opportunities with Bitcoin. It's like gold. It's a digital gold, but it has value and it's high in demand. Um, and you have some people in the community that can compare it to fiat currency. But if you look at fiat currency, for example, yes, it has value within our economy as it circulates, but it has no security. There's no gold or silver that secures the U.S. dollar. It's fiat money. You know, it's it has value from debt. Of course, it's like a debt system that creates the profit. So basically, it's kind of like a game, and it's a big regulatory game. So when some people come down to the fact where they're saying, "Well, what's the value of Bitcoin?" I don't get into all that because I know too much about fiat money to really be concerned with all that. But I do know it's high in demand and it's going to keep going up as more popular as it becomes. That's where the value is. The people want their own uh, their own freedom to break the chains of the long grips of the central banking system. You understand? So, okay, I just wanted to touch bases with that and give you more insight. Just kind of teaspoon feeding people out there because it's so much information. I tried to sit with one of my friends last night and I want to give him a shout. His name is Donnell. I call him Donnell, the artist, great artist. He does paintings and whatnot. Um, I sat there and tried to give him information in one sitting as far as what it's all about to plug him in. And there's a lot of questions. But you don't want to blur the lines too much because there's so much information. That's why it's so important for you to go out and do your own studying if you're really interested in this stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So that's about it. Hope you enjoyed this segment here. In the near future, I'm waiting a little bit because I have another venture I mentioned before that I am profiting from, but I wanted to gain more momentum before I share it with everyone. So once I do that, that's probably going to be a couple of weeks or so. I'm going to show you something that you all going to scratch your heads with, like, how do we get apart? If not, and if not, it's cool with me too. If you have any questions, still hit me up. I encourage you to do your due diligence and read. That's your best friend is reading. Reading is fundamental, right? All right, y'all. Peace.